Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to our monthly series of IIIT Far East monthly community development webinar. And let's start our today's webinar with the recitation of the verses from the Holy Quran. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط والمستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. So once again, Assalamu alaikum and welcome you all. Brothers and sisters, my name is Tahir Nadeem. I'm a teacher of English language and literature here in Hong Kong at Islamic Qasim Tuat Memorial College. And I am really feeling privileged and blessed to host this event. So first of all, most of you know our Honorable Ustadh Mamoon Al-azami, but just a quick introduction. Ustadh Mamoon is the International NGO Management Consultant for IIIT, with over more than 3 decades of experience as a leadership trainer. Especially the most important is that in his profile is that he is an accredited ADAIR Action-Centered Leadership Trainer, ACL trainer. And interestingly, that today's topic is also about leadership. And as we can see on the screen, why and how openness, flexibility, and adaptability is crucial to develop our leadership skills. And I would just like to add one thing from me, that it's such an important topic because it seems like our Muslim Ummah has been suffering from chronic leadership crisis, so we could get some wisdom from Ustadh Mamoon. So over to Ustadh Mamoon, please.
Thank you very much. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. This is an important topic for leadership, and we are talking about community leadership and institutional leadership. We're not talking about political leadership because this is the foundation on which political leadership can grow. So I call it self-leadership, family leadership, and community leadership before any other leadership should come around. So these are the contents. So we will talk about each component. First, my style is I start with quotation from Quran and Hadith. So this is وكذلك جعلناكم أمة وسطا لتكونوا شهداء على الناس ويكون رسول عليكم شهيدا. This is Allah is saying, you are the middle of the road nation. Not too extreme, like we are not into ISIS character, and we are not into switch off from the worldly life, which also we need to live and succeed, like our brother Tahir is an English language and literature teacher, quite successful, and you can see he's so good. And there are others, brother Peace Muslim in Cambodia, brother Abu Bakr. There's everybody is doing something, contributing to dunya. This is also important for us. So we are not switched off from dunya, and we are not into so extreme and violent ideology that is not Islam. That the Prophet Islam is our model, and he did not go into this kind of characters. So Allah is saying then, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا, that means middle of the road nation, لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ, so that you can testify, bear witness to the people at large, to the community, to the world. وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا, and the Prophet Islam is bearing witness about us. So he's the leader for us. That's the component that's important for us today. وَالَّذِينَ إِذَا أَنفِقُوا لَمْ يُسْرِفُوا وَلَمْ يَقْتُرُوا وَكَانَ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ قَوَامًا. That means also middle of the road nation, which means we are open, we are flexible, we are adaptable within the Sharia boundary. So Allah is saying, those who spend, they don't overspend, and they don't pull back from spending at all. So they're neither miser nor overspender. So this is where Allah is giving an example about spending money. This is about waqsid fi mashik waqdud min sawdik inna ankara al-aswat al-sawt al-hamid. So about voice talking, not too loud, not too low. It's in between, and saying those who are too loud, Allah is basically criticizing, saying that only the donkey's voice is loud and harsh, not, not sweet. Okay, some hadith. So remain straight up on the path, and then Allah is saying that you don't swerve to the left or right. It's neither right wing nor left wing. We are middle of the road nation. And the Prophet ﷺ once drew a line between two. He put two dots and drew a line, and then said, all the other lines are bent and they're not straight. And therefore, Islam is the straight line. Be gentle with yourselves. So sometimes we are too gentle with ourselves and harsh with others, and sometimes the other way around. So we need to be gentle with ourselves and others as well. The Prophet said, like once three Sahaba were talking, and one said, I will fast all day. The other said, I will pray all night. And the other said, I will not marry and not have any family. So the Prophet ﷺ was told about it, and he said, these three are all wrong, because they're all not balanced, not sensible. And he said, I sleep and I wake up for prayer. I fast and I break fast, and I also marry. So then another hadith, you can see Bukhari and Muslim are the only two. The prayer moderate length, the Prophet system didn't make it too long and didn't make it too short. And he said in Jama'ah, he kept in his mind, when the length was involved, that there may be women with children, there may be old people, there may be sick people, and therefore it has to be reasonable length. When I'm praying myself, I can make it long. But when I'm leading a prayer, I have to keep in mind the people behind me. So that means this is also adaptable. This is also flexible posture. So then Prophet system said, body has right, eyes have right, and all those rights. Prophet system is telling us, your body has right, so don't torture your body. Some may think that I'm going to fast every day, and the Prophet said, no, that's not his sunnah. International experts here, you can see, hold on. I'm trying to make, because the pictures are taking space. Okay, saying maturity is when you stop asking people why they don't call or text you anymore. You just notice the change and accept it, and no drama, no fights. You just walk away, smile, and keep living your life. So if I get involved, upset with what my expectation from other people, and that's not being fulfilled, then that's immature. According to this scholar, that maturity is, we don't say, why don't you connect, call me? Why don't you text me? You are not connected anymore. This is complaints. The complaint culture actually causes me more harm than anybody else. So this is not, shall we say, balanced. This is not flexible. This is not adaptable. And this is not being open. Openness is something that people change behavior, and I don't make a complaint about it. I don't moan about it. I say, okay, they have changed. Let them be what they want to be. Okay. So then Next is also, you can see, this is really very important. You can see that I can see that the pictures are giving me trouble. Okay, Don't Quit is a very powerful poem. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you are trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, when you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you, you're down a bit, rest if you must, but don't quit. Life is strange. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many failure comes about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell just how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stuck to the fight when you are hardest hit. It's when things seem worst that you must not quit. For all the sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest it might have been. The, this is what might have been. This was written by someone who died in 1892. Don't quit because things will change. And Allah says in the Quran, "Inna ma'al usri yusra," hardship and ease, they take turns. And there is also another English saying, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Okay, so this is Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, iPhone man, saying your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Meaning someone else wants you to live like that, so you follow not your passion, not your direction, but somebody else's. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. So sometimes what happens that everybody says, no, 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 it's not good. And I have given them the decision-making power about my life. Instead of my passion, my talent, my commitment, my focus, my direction, I follow theirs. So this is the message is follow your heart and intuition and have the courage to do it. Okay. This is very interesting. Adam Grant is a professor in America. His quotes words are very powerful. Burnout is being overwhelmed by work. Bore out is being underwhelmed by work. So some people don't have enough to do. Some people have too much to do. Having too much responsibility is exhausting. Having too little is deflating. Idle time and pointless tasks undermine energy. So if I have nothing much to do, I lose energy because I don't see direction, I don't see purpose. Then he says motivation depends on balancing what's meaningful and what's manageable. So meaningful and some don't take beyond capacity because Allah doesn't expect la yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha. So here, very interesting says when there is time, I shouldn't say why me. I should say try me because I can face it. I have the courage, I have the strength, I have the self-confidence, I have the knowledge and skills, and I have the support structure to make it happen. So why me is meaning a victim statement. Try me is a challenge statement. So what does it mean to be open, flexible, and adaptable? Now here you can see here, openness means accommodating attitude, opinion, so that we are open to new ideas, unusual ideas, sometimes strange ideas. and cultures and behavior and types of people, the environment, those things that change, I can fit in. I don't become misfit because I'm so fixed type that a different situation, I cannot be open with them. I don't accept them. It's also an honest way of talking or behaving. So that the quality of being receptive to new ideas, opinions, or arguments. That means I don't, because I have an idea from before, if there's somebody's new idea, new opinion, or new argument, I'm not open to consider them. So leadership requires openness where if somebody gives me an idea, I can convert that into a decision because I am the leader. So therefore, I can convert an idea into decision and action. So if I'm not open, then I will not. I will miss some exciting exploration and creating new thinking and new world and new happy situation. So I need to be open so that any idea, any opinion, any argument, any option should make it better life for all of us. Okay, flexibility is ability to change or be changed easily. So if I need to change, do I have the fitness to change? Can I change my thinking? Can I change my behavior? Can I change my opinion because I have valid opinion given to me that makes more sense, that makes more impact, that's more effective? So this is flexible means I'm not rigid. Rigid means I have a fixed view of the world, of the work, of the relationship, and I don't uh, make progress because flexibility allows progress and growth. Okay, adaptability is I adjust to situation as it needs. So I'm I'm in Jeddah, so I have to adapt to the weather. It's very hot. 42 is temperature. So it's very hot. I came from London where weather is um, between 15 to 20, and here it is 42. And I was in Kuwait before coming here. They had it 44. So if I'm not adaptable, then I will get hit by new challenge. So I have to be adaptable. I have to adjust to where I am. This adjustment ability to different uh, weather conditions, I say, different culture conditions, different opinions, and different kind of people, different language, different race. All these are important for us as leaders. Whatever the situation demands, as long as I'm in halal way, that's all I need to do. So I need to, like, I can speak, I can give speeches in three languages, Bangla, English, Urdu, but I can also converse in Arabic. So this means I just switch over to another language, another culture, another style. So I'm flexible, adaptable. So when I speak to Urdu speaking people, I immediately go into Urdu. So this helps me to connect with people, to build relationships, because with even the Prophet ﷺ needed a team. So we need to be able to change ideas. If I'm open and flexible, then I can adapt. If I'm not open and not flexible, I cannot adapt, whether it is thought or behavior or action. Okay. Now, how a person can become flexible and adaptable? Intellectual flexibility is having an open mind, not fixed thinking, but willing to listen and willing to consider different arguments, different valid arguments, so that I can change and adjust my posture, my position, my views, my thoughts, so that I'm open. I'm flexible because I'm open. and flexible, I can accept and I can change. I can accept and I can change. Then there is receptiveness. I accept change. I accept. I receive option for change, and with a positive attitude. And I'm willing to learn from the new ways so that I can improve my performance and competency. Competency is uh, attitude, skill, and knowledge. Three together is competency. Creativity is if I am flexible and adaptable, I can create new ideas, new thoughts, new ways, new actions, new programs. So this is also important for us to be creative. So if I'm flexible and adaptable, then I can be creative. If I'm fixed, I cannot create new things. Intellectual flexibility, receptiveness of new ideas, creativity from within myself by new thinking, and modification of my behavior where it's necessary, I change my behavior. For example, this is called hikmah. Hikmah is the same principle but applied differently. If you call a 71-year-old man like me to prayer, this is one way. But if you call a 10, 12-year-old boy to the prayer, that will be different approach, different style, different way of calling. That's actually how we apply same principle in different conditions to suit the different conditions for better output, for positive outcome. So that's very important for leadership. And leadership, not just his own creativity, but promote creativity among his people, promote intellectual flexibility and receptiveness. Also, these are kind of things that will make a person flexible. Change attitude. Say yes rather than no as first instinct. So you can say yes and then say subject to, or condition comes later. So I can't do it is one way of saying it. But I can do, but I need help. I can do, but I'm not good at it yet. So you can see positive response with condition to make it work is better than no, I can't do it. If I say I can do, but I'm not good at it, I can do, but I need help. I can do, but I need time. I need training. Like that, a conditional statement so that it is a positive attitude response. Then adapt to change and new ways of working quickly and easily. I should be able to change if that gives us better result. Suggestions for increasing the effectiveness of changes, willingness to learn new methods. This is a lot of people find it difficult. They are not willing to learn new methods and procedures and techniques. And they are not willing to shift priorities if the demand of the situation is like that. And if they suffer setbacks, they can't come back. On this, I say we have something to learn from babies learning to walk. We give up, but babies don't give up when they fall. They continue to try and try and try until they can walk. So they suffer setback along the way many times, but they never stay down. They get up and try again until they win. So that's the positive attitude of a baby to learn walking that adults should learn. So this is STAR technique of openness, flexibility, and adaptability. Number one, define the situation. Where were you doing? What was the context? Then identify what I need to do. What's my purpose? What's the problem I'm trying to solve? And describe the action that I took. This is analyzing the past to learn from. So describe the action I took and highlight the results I achieved. So this is STAR technique. Why is it important? If I'm open, it will help me to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So I have to, what I have learned, if it is to be improved, I may need to unlearn and relearn something new. so that I can grow and develop. Open mind and heart uh, have the ability to use opportunities. If I'm not open, I do not have openness, then I cannot use opportunities that come my way. Flexibility will create positive and harmonious relationship with others. Flexibility will promote family, relatives, and social cohesion because I can accommodate others. I can adapt to their uh, um, mindset and connect with them and have uh, creative and positive relationship with them, friendship with them. And adaptability also helps in cooperation and coordination, opens the door for collective productivity. So all these things can build a happy family and society. Okay? Closeness blocks the mind and heart to cause harm to everyone, not just to others, but to relationships to me. Because I cannot grow, I'm blocking my growth and development. Closed mind and heart harms human relationship at all levels, particularly family level. There is intolerance, there is lack of respect, lack of, shall we say, consideration of others' feelings and opinions. This is where we fall out and then we become lonely. Rigidity breaks relationships and promotes disharmony. This is important to note. Rigid personality loses goodwill, respect, and brotherhood. Stubbornness prevents peace, progress, and prosperity. Stubborn person also lose happiness in both worlds. Those who are stubborn, they don't win people, they don't succeed a lot in dunya, and they don't succeed in akhirah. Closed, rigid, stubborn people are far from Allah and Jannah and people. Now, how to build? First, I realize it, I recognize it, and I regret that this is, if I'm open about my own standard, then these harmful attitude and behavior. Uh, I should realize it, recognize that I have deficit, and I regret that I have it. So I can. This means then I can change. Accept that happiness requires faith and personality improvement. To improve, I have to ask close family and friends to support my effort to develop. So I can ask my spouse what I need to improve, and they know. And close friend, I can ask, where do I need to improve? Instead of what is my fault, question is positive. Where do I need to improve? Instead of saying where I'm having faults. So that's negative question. Positive is where can I improve? Then we can make plan and implement this to change my mind. Start with baby steps, little steps to improve myself, and continue and refuse to give up. So at last, we ask Allah for help. Okay, so that's it. An exercise is not needed now, but you get together, identify 5 indicators of openness, flexibility, and adaptability. So if we have indicators, key indicators, then we know if we have it or don't have it, and if we are improving or not improving. So this, so individuals, there's a sound coming from somewhere. Individuals to tick which items they need to improve with determination. So if I think I'm perfect, then I will never grow. I'll never improve or develop. So I will be stuck where I am. But if I recognize that I can always improve, I can always get better, then I will listen to others' advice who are close to me, who care about me, who want to see me grow and develop. So individuals can identify mentors who can support them. So people who are better than me can be my mentors, and I'm mentee. So this way we can actually make it happen. And make it happen is not painless, but painful, but we are not giving up. Thank you very much. If you have any comment, question, feel free to ask.
Jazakumullah khairan, Ustadh Mamoon Al-azami. And now it's open. MashaAllah, we have a very good number of participants in this webinar. So we have to wait for Ustadh Mamoon to come back and then we can open to Q&A.
So any comments or questions? So alhamdulillah, I can see. So this is actually a lot of leaders find it very hard to be flexible. The Prophet ﷺ changed his mind. After consulting his people, he changed. Battle of Badr, he said, we can fight from here. But the Sahaba advised that's better to have the well in our control as a battle strategy. And he changed his mind.
Yeah.
Who is better leader than the Prophet ﷺ?
Jazakumullah. Okay. Brother asking question?
Yes, there is Brother Mahmoud. Go ahead. Did you want to ask question, Brother Mahmoud? Unmute and speak. Otherwise, anybody, feel free.
Yes, brothers and sisters, it's your turn to ask questions, express your comments.
Okay, let me ask some brothers and sisters. I saw Sister Asia Biwanali unmuted. Do you want to say something about the topic, about your experience, about how you have actually improved your openness, adaptability, flexibility? Talk about your own, how you have grown from your previous position to new position by being flexible, open, and adaptable. Talk about your own gain. Okay. So, Sister Velisa, do you want to say something about how you have gained? Okay, I can see a lot of sisters and brothers here. Brother Abdul Sattar. Okay, who is speaking? Okay, so Mahmoud, go ahead.
Sorry, I had a technical problem. I was just.
I thought so. I saw you were trying, but it wasn't working. Alhamdulillah. Now, please feel free to share. Walaikum salam wa
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Mahmoud, so presently serving as the Treasurer of Awqaf Africa, and this link was shared by the General Secretary of the World Zakat and Waqaf Forum, which is Muhammad Ghazali. And I just want
Muhammad Ghazali, Dr. Ghazali was my boss in Islamic Development Bank.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. That's great. That's great. And firstly, I just want to give you a lot of virtual applauses because this presentation was so amazing. I learned a lot of things. May Allah reward you and grant you Jannah. Firstly, I would like to ask if we can get access to the PowerPoint presentation. That is my first question. And secondly, I want to ask Sheikh, presently, as you know that, for example, I personally am living in Malaysia, and we have a lot of people from different faith and all these. We have to mingle with them. We have to work with them. What can you advise us, for example, when we are at a workplace with different people of different faith? How can we behave as Muslim leaders? And also my last question is, you talked about relearn and unlearn. I just want you to throw more light on this. That was all from me. Shukran and jazakallah khair.
Thank you very much. Very important question. First one is about working with non-Muslims. We need to respect them. We need to respect the freedom Allah has given them to choose Allah and to accept or reject Allah. And for Christians and Jews, they stopped with their prophet, and Allah's decision to send more prophets, they did not accept. Basically, that means they rejected Allah. So this is also not flexible, not adaptable, not open. Because Allah's decision to send after Musa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, who came in Bani Israel, among the Bani Israel, he came. And yet they didn't accept him. They didn't accept him. So for Jews to accept Islam is more difficult because they did not accept the Prophet before Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Christians accept Isa Alayhi Salam, but in the Western world, religion is dying. Only in Africa and Asia, religion is not dying. They're strong. So shall we say in the white Western world, they are getting rid of religion altogether. And that's why they are just going all over the direction. So to be able to work with non-Muslims, the best thing to do is, I have a formula for da'wah work with them. I ask them, I say to them, there are 3 personal, private questions about you and your life. Where do I come from? I didn't come to this world by my decision. So who sent me? Where do I come from? Second is, what's my purpose here? Am I just eat, drink, sleep, work, earn, and leave all the earnings for others to enjoy? So what's my purpose? Greater than material gain and then lose them all to my people who will inherit me. Number 3 is, what's going to happen when I die? These are very personal questions. This one-way life, and I can't come back and fix it. I can't go to yesterday anymore. I can't go to early morning Fajr time anymore. So these are things, then I say, to deal with that, to grow out of this mystery, I say that number 1, have open mind and search the truth about the creation, about your life, and about who created you, why, and what are the consequences of the choices you make. So number 1, I say, search the truth with open mind. So this is first point to them. I respect them, respect their choice to follow whatever they want to follow. As long as they don't harm me, I have no worries. Even Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was not in control of the guidance. He was asking his uncle, Abu Talib, to become Muslim even in deathbed. He said, then I can ask Allah for forgiveness. In the end, he didn't accept. And he was very sad about it. So Allah says, إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. You cannot guide a person whom you love. But Allah only is the authority to guide. And Allah does not guide unless people ask for guidance. That's why in prayer we say, Ihdina Siratal Mustaqim. Please guide us to the right path. So we ask every day, 5 times a day in every prayer, because without Fatiha, the prayer is not complete. So that's the aspect we just convey the message. As Allah says in the Quran, فَذَكِّرْ إِنَّمَا أَنْتَ مُذَكِّرْ لَسْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ بِمُسَيْطِرٍ. Pass the message to them, and the message in a manner that they can find it acceptable, they can consider it. So number 1 is to advise them to search the truth for their own peace, tranquility, progress, and prosperity, and paradise. Then because of the openness, if they find the truth, they need the courage to move into the truth. So I say that have the courage to accept. So search, accept. If I accept, then I must follow. I'm not saying accept Islam. I'm telling them, you search it. And I say, read 26 versions of Bible, Torah, and Quran, and anything else you want to read. So, but we have to respect them as human beings. We have to recognize their talents and whatever they're good they're doing. But in terms of life guidance, we should ask them to search the truth with open mind, accept the truth when they find it, their hearts and minds are telling them, and follow the truth because they have accepted. Otherwise, if they don't follow, they have not accepted. And evaluate progress. So you have search, accept, follow, evaluate. SAFE. That means if you want to be safe in life, follow SAFE formula. This is my message to non-Muslims. And I have to respect their freedom to reject me, because it's not my duty to convert them. It's my duty to convey the message. So and work with them. I have worked with, I mean, in UK, I worked for 15 years in British public service, and I had to face a number of things, including I didn't shake hand with women, and I explained to them it's a mark of respect between us, because touch between male and female is only in the family. Otherwise, not even with friends' wives, the touch is not allowed in Islam, because that's touch involves intimacy, and that's only in the family. So this is why we need to respect them, but we need to also educate them. We need to give them the choice to find peace, because peace cannot be bought in shops. So this is how we can work with them. The important question, a very important question you asked about learn, unlearn, and relearn. Unlearn is something I used to do. I have to change, because currently I cannot do that anymore. For example, I have learned I only know write on paper, pen and paper. Nowadays, everybody connects with each other by WhatsApp. Phone used to be there, but WhatsApp wasn't there. So it's quick, and I can make it group share, like the Hong Kong team is making announcement in the group and Telegram group. So if I'm not moving, I'm not adding this option in terms of electronic communication, then that means I'm not flexible. I'm not adaptable. I have learned things from my son-in-law, from my nephews, because they are more technically, shall we say, expert than me. So therefore, I need to unlearn, means I have to change the way I used to do things. Pen and paper, pen and paper. But if I do it now, I prepare my synopsis in computer. So if I have to update it, upgrade it, I can do it in computer. I don't have to rewrite the whole thing. On paper, I have to rewrite the whole thing. Otherwise, it's just cut here and cut there, and new word there, new. So this is where we have to unlearn. The only way to write and record is on between pen and paper. I have to relearn, means I have to learn the new way, more efficient way, more effective way is to do computer and send it. So I type in desktop and laptop, save it, and then send it through WhatsApp or other means of communication. Email has been there, but WhatsApp has become most popular. So that means this is relearn. How do I use WhatsApp? How do I send message? How do I delete message? How do I send photos? How do I speak voice message? All these things are relearn, meaning learning new things. So I'm relearning how to communicate more effectively. So this is unlearn, means some old ways are not effective anymore. So I just forget them. That's unlearn. I don't need them. I don't use them. For me, I only write key points on paper, pen and paper, or shopping items. Otherwise, I just write my synopsis in computer. And keyboard, I can't use the keyboard of the mobile. It's difficult. Laptop is easy because it's my hands, because mobile is small. So that's mobile has its fundamental use. But for preparing a document, I don't use mobile. So I hope I have answered the question. Anybody else has any question? These two were very important questions. Learn, I'm learning, means blank. Unlearn is something that I need to change from previous way to new way. I have to unlearn, or that means move over to new way. That means that's unlearn, moving away from the previous practice that's not effective anymore. That's not impactful anymore. So like that. Okay. And non-Muslim working. I have worked for 15 years with many non-Muslims, including those who are, shall we say, not male and female relationship, but the male and male, female and female kind of relationship. So this is their choice. And I told them, continue like this, and your country will be my country. We will be bigger number and you will be smaller number, because you don't like children, you don't like normal marriage, you cannot have children like that. So it's your choice, but the consequence is clear. You will lose your country. So like that. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Any brother or sister? Brother Ahmed Rahil, do you want to say something? I will ask Brother Abu Bakr, because Brother Abu Bakr is like Brother Tahir, quite experienced. So inshallah, they will make their comments. Brother Ahmed Rahil. Okay, brother. Okay, go ahead. Brother Aaron. Brother Aaron, where are you from? Is your technical hitch? Okay, Brother Nantumwe Afsha. Oh, it's sister. Okay. Sorry, because by the name I wasn't sure whether brother or sister. Go ahead, sister.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I want to begin by appreciating you for this wonderful session.
Alhamdulillah.
I just want to maybe say out from my personal perspective about being open. As a person, openness has more good results, positive rather than the negative. So when you're open, you do not have to go through the hassle of always coming up with excuses and everything. If you've done, if you've missed somehow and you are open, if you've come late for the meeting, you just say this and this happened. And it will help you in your career and personal life. And for the learning of new things, and that is all about having a growth mindset. If you're open to learning, and in this process of learning a new thing, you do not have to be hard on yourself, but you have to take it small bits, learning small habits, leading you to that new behavior you want to learn, to that new technology you want to learn. And that's what I can add. Thank you so much for that.
That's very important. Small steps that you say, the change cannot be sudden. It needs to be what I said in my presentation as baby steps. What you said, small step, which is the same thing. And a small step can make a big difference, because I'm moving from one framework to another framework, one practice to another practice. So if I'm not flexible, I can't do that. If I'm not open, I can't do that. If I'm not adaptable, this new situation will make me useless. So this is where sister's point is very important. Yes, thank you very much. Just before I ask new person, there is Sister Velisa has given some. I'm an open person. I like to discover new things. This is always good, and learn them sometimes by myself. I have a problem with flexibility and adaptability. Flexibility, adaptability, many people have problems with, because they have grown a habit. But thinking open, thinking flexible, allowing people to have different opinions, respecting them despite the differences in opinion, is what is being flexible and adaptable. There will be, in fact, look at my hand. The fingers are not the same. They're all different. And that's why it makes a strong team. If they were all same, they couldn't make the fist so strong. So this is where flexibility and adaptability, we need, and it just doesn't come automatically. We need to consciously make the effort that I can be open, I can work with somebody I disagree with. That's powerful. That's powerful. If I cannot tolerate a different opinion, if I cannot tolerate different style and different practice, different language, different race, different nation, different culture, then that's where the global village, as the world has become, will not work. Here we have so many varieties of backgrounds, and we are all open to learning. And that's being flexible, that's being adaptable, that's being open. So we have to be open, we have to be flexible, we have to be adaptable. So I use the word Offa because OFFA was a king who became Muslim in UK in the past and introduced coin with La ilaha illallah written on it. So this is, I thought that if I put it in that order, Offa will reflect the Offa with double F, the king. Okay, one person iPhone wants to say something, please. We are learning from each other, so feel free. And those who have joined first time, if you kindly give your mobile number, so the organizer of the program will then add you to the group, Telegram group. You should download Telegram so that Telegram group can add you. Okay, so please go ahead. The brother or sister who raised your hand. There's no name, so I don't know whether it's brother or sister. Please go ahead. Unmute and go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, Doctor. I'm Aisha Keita.
Oh, it's nice. Yes, sister, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Aisha Keita and I'm from Guinea, but now I'm in Malaysia.
You are from where?
I'm from Guinea.
Guinea, mashallah. Welcome, because I can't remember having, I don't know, but Tahir, have you had anyone from Guinea?
Yeah, so Muhammad.
No, okay, so two Guinea, shall we say, community leaders are here.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful to have, we want to have as many from different countries so that we can build the ummah and the community together. Go ahead, sister.
All right. Actually, I just want to share my flexibility. I'm a type of person, I'm so flexible that sometimes always I'm hurt. But I believe in something. When I'm hurt, I just give it to Allah. I will just say that if this happened to me, maybe it's because Allah agreed for that to happen to me, so I should bear it. So what I'm telling to people about hurtness is, flexibility goes with doing good to people. And when you are doing good, hello, are you getting me? And when you are good, you'll be always hurt. They will always do something wrong to you. Just accept it and move on. And say, I give it to Allah. Because when you give it to Allah, Allah will encompass you.
This is powerful. This is powerful. Yeah. It's also, as a human being, we might get hurt. And this is a very powerful message from sister. I really appreciate, because this is where we learn from each other.
Yeah.
That if we can let go and say, okay, let Allah deal with it. Let me go forward. Otherwise, we'll be stuck. We can't go forward. As the sister rightly said, very, very powerful message in terms of today's topic. Very powerful message. Anything more you? Yeah, go ahead.
So when you come to adaptability, before I was living with my family, I grew up in big family. So today I'm in Malaysia, but I'm alone here. When I say I'm alone, like I have a friend, but I don't spend most of my time with them. Because having most of your friends is having a lot of problems. It's good to learn.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good to learn from each other, but you need to know the limitation in your life. So as I said that before I was living with my family, and I got a lot of things. I learned many things from each other, but here I want to adapt to being alone and learn how to be alone. And actually I succeed. So I just want to say that in this life, anything you said that I want to do, you just do it. You don't listen to people. Just do it and see what experience you are going to learn from it. So that was what I wanted to share from my fellow students and about my experience. And thank you. And
it's really, shall we say, wonderful contribution. Everyone is, you see, we are learning from each other, and this is very, very important. If we are not flexible, we cannot go forward. We are stuck where we are, and we are hurting ourselves, not others. So this is very powerful. Thank you, sister. Anybody else, please go ahead. We have 19 more minutes, inshallah. We can. Anybody else? I saw another person, Dr. Laila Dalejik. Is it, have I said it right? PhD candidate. So I'm giving you doctorate ahead of your completion. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Perhaps I can just give my comment because actually from my own experience as a leader of one of IIIT sister Halaka groups at IIM Malaysia, I can admit that openness, flexibility and adaptability really play an important role in leadership. We're having members of the group from different countries, different cultures, and even from different kuliya. So yeah, everyone have a different open mind and different ideas. And we have, as a leader, we have to be able to listen to others' ideas, to accept some of their ideas. But also, as a leader, we have to be able to build the strong boundaries in the group, to feel like a sisterhood, like a family, by helping each other, by listening even their problems, not only to focus on our curriculums and schedules, but also we have to learn them to accept and to adapt our programs. So,
Mashallah. Really good. Where are you from, sister?
I'm from Serbia. From Serbia.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Very much welcome. And
we met already at
to be a Muslim
campus,
from Serbia is no joke. To be a Muslim from Serbia is no joke. It's for us a matter of pride to have a Serbian sister here. MashaAllah. And really a good point. This is where adults can learn from each other. I'm an initiator, and Brother Tahir is organizer, but we all learn from each other, and really powerful messages and lessons are coming. So when I came, I couldn't speak English. I came to UK in 1972, 52 years ago, and I couldn't speak English, and I had a great difficulty, but I thought that I couldn't succeed, but Allah had different plans. I ended up with several degrees. So this is very important. Sisterhood is so important. And you know, many Western reverts, they say the brotherhood and sisterhood we get, we never had that taste before. There was no welcoming and embracing and valuing and appreciating, bonding that we enjoy as Muslims. So this is something very important that you said. Thank you very much. And Brother Tahir, if you can see how to save all these numbers and add to Telegram, then it would be good.
Yes, Ustadh Mamoon, I am going to copy them, and we will definitely add them to the Telegram group. And inshallah, may Allah reward all the brothers and sisters for taking up their precious time and joining and making this webinar more meaningful through their contribution. So that's really very encouraging.
Alhamdulillah. Anybody else? We had Guinea and Serbia contributing from KL, from Kuala Lumpur. But Abu Bakr, you stay alert for the last comment from you before I hand over to Brother Tahir. Anybody else wants to say?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
go ahead.
I remember I read some article about leadership. It was like this. A reporter is following up a manager touring around the factory site. So one employee, let's say employee A, come to the manager and complain to employee B, say something about it. And then the manager, without solving the problem, he just say, oh, what you're saying is right. So this,
okay.
I think you know which sources it come from. It's from the
yes.
And
yes,
then
but
when
you share it because it's very, very interesting addition to the learning.
Yes, yeah. And then I've continued the story. And then when employee B come to talk to the manager again, he start to complain employee A, and in which the manager respond, oh, what you are saying is also right. Then the reporter following these two incidents say, how come when A complain to B, you say A is right. When B is complain to A, you say is right. And then what this manager replied was, what you are saying, what the reporter say, also right.
So this is not leadership. This
yes.
is just this is just evading leadership. So very interesting that, okay, you are right, and then the opposite is right, and then the third person, that's also right. So everybody is right, and the car would not move forward. Okay. Anybody else? Wonderful, Brother Abu Bakr. Anybody else wants to contribute? When you say something and we listen, we learn from you. So please share your thoughts, share your practice. Brother Abdul, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Where are you from, brother?
I'm from Comoro Islands.
MashaAllah, we have, you are in KL?
Pardon?
Are you in Kuala Lumpur?
No, I'm in my homeland. I'm in Comoros.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. I like the Ummah to connect with each other. That's why I'm always keen, and the organizers are keen on connecting with each other here. Go ahead, Brother Abdul from Comoros Island.
Okay, it is a pleasure to assist this meeting. But for us here, as we have different zone time, so I think I've missed the meeting. And I would just to thank you and to suggest or to request, if it is possible, I mean, to send us the recording. I mean, the recording.
The recording will be automatically done, and also file is already in Hong Kong. The organizing team, they will circulate it in the group. But for your information, for all those who are not from Far East, for your information, the same program is delivered twice. One is organized by Hong Kong for Far East. That means primarily from Myanmar to Fiji and Papua New Guinea. That whole area is where they serve, but India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, they can also join in. And same program for different audience is organized on 4th Sunday of the month from the Bahamas. And that time is 2 p.m. UK time. And this is now 8 a.m. UK time. So it becomes 7 or 8 depending on summertime or normal Greenwich Mean Time. But the Bahamas time is always, Bahamas time is 2 p.m. You can listen to it. You can attend the program on 4th Sunday. Same program, different audience if you have missed. But also you can be part of both Telegram groups, so that if you miss one, you can always catch up with and join another. So
okay, and please, and I would have I'm having also another suggestion. On the link you send to us, I was suggesting or requesting if it is possible, because for us here it is 11 past 5 a.m. So I thought that the meeting should take place at 10 morning. I mean evening time. So that's why I missed it. So my requesting is when I mean you send us the link, to put a kind of links that I mean I can just convert it to find my local, I mean my loc time, so that it will be easy to join the meeting if possible.
I mean, the organizers, what they do is give certain reference times, like Greenwich Mean Time or London time, UK time, and then they give Makkah time. So most people like Makkah time, so they can relate what time is Makkah, because everybody is praying towards Makkah and they can adjust the time accordingly. And there is also, I think, other capitals, I can't remember which capital cities times are given in the long list of times.
Moroni.
So you can make a request. You can make a request, but Tahir will take note.
Okay.
Because
thank you.
Brother Tahir is member of the team that organizes event management, is by his team.
Yes, brother.
And others in the team.
Yes, brother, thank you. And then you can send your request in the chat box. We will take care of it.
Inshallah. Okay. Anybody else? We have some time. So let's have Sister Linda, and Sister Velisa has already given message. Then Brother Ibrahim, Brother Ashraf, Sister Nadia is here. Sister Nadia always makes a contribution. Sister Karen is here. So please take the opportunity, teach us something. Go on. Who will take the chance among sisters and brothers? Okay, because each contribution there has been a good contribution for. I have learned something from each one of you who spoke. Okay. So, Brother Ashraf, do you want to say something? Or otherwise, I'll ask Sister Nadia. Sister Nadia, go ahead.
Assalamualaikum. I really apologize. I've been very busy the last few months. And just wanted to really appreciate the efforts that Ustadh Mamoon has been doing for the last few years. I just wanted to also comment that it would be really good. I remember that I bought a book on from IIIT, how to, how to do proper management for Dawa workers. So it could be maybe an opportunity also to try to train the next generation for learning. And in terms of, for example, funding opportunities, we are very blessed here in Hong Kong that we are, the Hong Kong government and a lot of foundations actually offer funding for NGOs and institutions. But it would be really good also to understand the funding landscape for the Islamic community. I think that is something that we sorely lack. And well, what we could probably do, maybe in terms of the long term, is if it's possible to do training on a regional basis, like not just on a one-off that, for example, you have a topic this time and then a topic next time, but rather development of programs and projects within regions. Like, for example, in Hong Kong, we have been able to at least sort of train people to do social entrepreneurship. We are, as you know, as I keep in touch with you, we have already gotten like 4 or 5 startups funded so far, and we are still continuing. But it would be really good if our efforts, or at least the best practices that we are gaining from here, could be translated towards the Muslim countries and the regions, and develop like a core hubs, like entrepreneurship hubs for our learning. Like, for example, in Singapore, they have a reactor school where they teach secondary school students entrepreneurship, and also university students. I'm sure you would be very much in that position to be able to do so, right? So these are some of the
Yes.
things that we probably need very urgently. I think I've raised this point also with triple IT. And there's also another thing. For example, in Hong Kong, we have service learning, and I'm sure a lot of other regions also have in the West. If there's any chance, for example, that we could create like communities of learning across different regions, that would be really, I think, groundbreaking. If people who are more in the affluent countries could develop sister communities in the poorer countries in the South, then there would be more long-term the development that we could, cooperate with and learn even among peers, for example, peer entrepreneurs and so on, to develop the next leadership.
Very, shall we say, profound set of ideas. And I would say that if Sister Nadia could, and like anybody else, you should think also like Sister Nadia, that the entrepreneurship is very powerful because it gives financial stability, strength, and self-reliance. And it's also a positive contribution to the economy, which helps us to also build social relationships better. And these are all leadership issues. Leadership's role is to facilitate, to promote, to create conditions where people can grow individually and collectively and have their survival needs met. So anybody with suggestions and ideas, but also anybody who can make a presentation, please submit to your proposal to both the Hong Kong team and me. So we will discuss it, and we will plan for guest presenters. Sister Nadia can do, Sister Laila can do, and brothers can do. So please think about that. And in terms of what you can offer for the learning program that we have, give it to the Hong Kong team, Brother Tahir, Brother Yusuf, you, and I don't know who else is in the team. So, and you can give it to me, I will share with them, because we always discuss topics between us. So feel free. And this is very important because what Sister Nadia said is self-reliance. We are not dependent. But there's one more powerful thing that you said, Sister Nadia, is that the expertise an experience that we have in Western countries from Muslims that can be transferred to other countries where it is needed by networking, by partnership, for a purpose. So this is also part of, shall we say, flexibility, adaptability, and openness. We are open, so between countries, between different ethnic groups, we come together and work together to support. Let's say people in Hong Kong have some expertise, and in Cameroon or in Guinea, they need that. So if we can provide that support and share that expertise, that would be nice. For example, whatever Allah has given me, I'm offering everybody free. Take it and gain from it. This is why IIIT asked me to start, and the IIIT team in Hong Kong and Bahamas, they are organizing it for the benefit of the Ummah. And one more thing from Sister Nadia is that I would like you all to take a project of improving of openness, flexibility, and adaptability, and share it with us here next month and say, this is what I have done and I have achieved. So from your experience, we can all learn. Instead of just having discussion here, make an action plan that from the topic that we have discussed today and learned from many people, what am I going to do to add value to the society? Everyone try to do something and give us the result, and we can learn from your experience, inshallah. Okay? So with that, I hand over to Brother Tahir.
Yes, Jazakumullah khairan, Sister Nadia, and all other brothers and sisters for your contribution. Jazakumullah khairan, Ustadh Mamoon. So can I request Ustadh Mamoon to make dua for all of us to conclude today's webinar?
Okay. The standard dua from Sunnah is Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Also, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wal asr innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa amilus salihat wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Jazakumullah khair, brothers and sisters. And with this, we conclude our today's session, and let's stay in touch.
Inshallah.